In this episode, we head to the Xinjiang-Mongolian border and learn how the Kazakh nomads live. Discover the marvels of Kekatuohai Geological Park and be dazzled by aquamarines and precious stones that naturally occur in this area.
We bid farewell to the wild horses in Kalamaili and head 500 kilometers to Qinghe, which shares its border with Mongolia. And then we'll head to Fuyun, where precious stones are abundant. Another gem of a place is Kekatuohai, and that's a national geological park. So what are you waiting for? Jump in the back seat with me and let's hit the road.
Our survival must-haves, besides maps, food and water, music is your best companion with seemingly endless hours on the road. National Highway 216 connects the regional capital Urumqi and Altai. Our final destination, with stops at Qinghe and Fuyun. Qinghe's scenery is almost a pendulum swing from the dry, dusty Gobi roads. Instead, this Kazakh autonomous region boasts lush green verdant hills.
So we started about 5 p.m. and this is where we came from. And this is where we have to go, Qinghe Xian. It's about 500 kilometers. We've been going probably for about, about halfway, and now it's about 10 p.m. So we're getting a bit fatigued because all we see is this all-encompassing scenery, just vast open land. It tells you how huge Xinjiang is. But what's really gorgeous is the sky can't change colors. It was like blue in the day, and now you can see it's purplish orange, just gorgeous. But we're aiming to get there before it gets too dark. Voila. Qinghe Xian. That's it, right there.
Fill up your gas tank. Beautiful as it is, you don't want to be left stranded here. We had a close shave and arrived in Qinghe at 2 a.m., just before the fuel gauge hit empty.
We set off bright and early from Qinghe town to one of its most prized possessions in this mountain range. You know, it's just gorgeous driving through all these mountainous roads. Before we had like flat Gobi desert road, and now it's just cows and greenery and hills. It's just completely changed. Sandaohai is a mountain range that actually houses a gorgeous grassland, and it's 2,600 meters above sea level. It's going to take us about 2.5 hours to get there, and I'm really looking forward to it because the Altai mountain range are to the north.
Driving here requires resilience and experience. Plan ahead and rent a vehicle with a professional driver from Fuyun or Altai, as resources are limited here. But keep an open mind and accept that even then, there's bound to be some sort of a problem that needs solving.
Looks like we got stuck in a bit of a situation here. We came from the other car. Really hot.
Strength in numbers is the real advantage. I find it oddly satisfying to push with all my might. Maybe it's because working together really helps to bond the team. I applaud their conservation efforts, though the constant headbanging on the road left me slightly dizzy. The romantic-looking prairie made up for it, and I was, frankly, quite spellbound and wide-eyed.
What a breath of fresh air! Look at that, snow-capped peaks. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's really getting chilly right now. You know, there's this sense of romantic fantasy that's attached to this nomadic lifestyle with the girls and the animals. And sometimes, you know, you think, oh, look at the horses. You know, it just seems so free because we lived in such a plugged-in world, that's modern lifestyle that sucks all our energy. And sometimes it's great to be reminded of what is simple and true. But that's also very hard work to be moving every season, you know, during summer and winter and packing up your gears.
This is what separates agrarian culture from a nomadic lifestyle. In this semi-arid steppe region, the tough climate calls for a migratory way of life. This would be impossible without a movable dwelling called a ger or yurt. The ger tends to be filled with life as the place where festivities and holidays and eating take place. People here are known for their great hospitality, and any stranger or visitor will be kindly received and invited to a feast on a sumptuous selection of lamb and dairy produce. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that makes me feel like I've stepped into a page from mythology.
我都不知道出二个这种马是不是连夜。他说这个叫花海的，山的那边呢，这个有云彩，山的那边呢就是蒙古。
哦，那就是蒙古国了。你有没有去过？他有没有去过
？48的登车的，去，把那开应该把那，这个他说那个到边界上去过，这个那个把那。
哦。That's Mongolia over there, and this is Western China.
Жылда келіп тұрыңдар, жылда келіп тамашалап қайтыңдар. Мал жеңдер міне жерде сойғын. 他说经常欢迎你们到这儿来做客。
你们的家就这边吗？哦 they're so close to each other. Look, they're getting so excited. I'm gonna take a family portrait for them. 我帮你们拍个照吧。So awesome. Okay, so let's see. All right. I don't feel the pressure at all. Let me get a good shot. Great exposure.
Most people come in summer, when nomads dock their gears here before retreating to lower ground in the winter. But the only way is up for a bird's-eye view.
We've climbed our way up to the top and it is chilly, but the view is spectacular from here and it's definitely worth it. This whole entire area, this whole plain is called 三道海子, right? So it's comprised of 3 lakes, and this and that over there that you can see, it's called 华海子, and over the hill it's called 中海子 and 边海子, which are the 2 other lakes. Just gorgeous.
Life on the steppe relies largely on milk and meat. Speaking of which, I could use some of their daily grub.
And I'm starving. Crew, we're all going to grab some lunch. Just have to cross this little stream to get over there to that side. Hello? 在那边吃饭吗? How? You can even stay in the yurt there. Now, in a little while later, we'll explore a tomb that's far off on that side. But right now, everyone's starving. So, guys, let's cross the river. Come on. All right. 小心这边滑。Hello. 通常吃的一顿就是要多少钱嘛？游客可以在这边就是
200-300块钱
，200-300块钱一组人的，对吗？
一组人
啊，一群人。然后如果一个人自己住，就是打听了，就是30-40块就可以在这边住了，对吗？
可以。
It's really good value for money.
The tranquil, relaxing temple of Sandao-Haizi will charm you, but there's a wealth of history underneath this idyllic scene. We meet a local expert, Mr. Chui, who explains its ancient history.
这个墓呢，距今呢已经有3000年的历史了。3000年的历史。通过这个墓的大小，它的规模来看，这个墓的主人呢，生前一定是一个部落的头人。
为什么它比那个高，这个就没有了？
These tombs are witnesses to the rise and fall of empires, yet they remain remarkably untouched. In Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and Russia, exquisite burial treasures were found in similar tombs, but they revealed little about everyday life and political and military alignments.
斜着的平行线呢，它就是这个部落的帝王标记。那么你看我们这个石碑呢，这个为什么把它叫鹿石呢？因为在石碑上刻有鹿的图案的，我们都把它叫鹿石。
I adore the simple nomadic way of life that has endured for centuries, Until AD 1000, information is sketchy about the nomadic culture and events in the eastern and western portions of the steppe. But we know from the tablets that shamanism was very much alive and kicking. I would love to spend a few days here for what I'm sure would be a truly unforgettable experience against the backdrop of a living museum. But we have a schedule to keep.
比如在我们三道海子，你可以看到大的石堆墓，还有鹿石，这个岩画、草原诗人，像这些草原文化呢，这个3000年来的草原文化，在我们三道海子都同时可以反映出来。
Coming up next, we head to the Xinjiang-Mongolian border and explore the wondrous Keketourhai Geological Park.
This is us, we're at Tinghe, and this is Mongolia. Now they share the border, and it takes only 2 hours to get across, and that's exactly where we're going to.
Takashikan is 500 kilometers from Urumqi. Across the border in Mongolia is Bulgan, 265 kilometers from its own provincial capital, Kro.
Always this air of anticipation anytime you get to this border checkpoint, because you feel like you're going to a new place. And although we're not heading to Mongolia, I'm really curious to see what it's like in there.
In the 13th century, Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, established the Yuan dynasty, and this route became an important link to the Silk Road. Imagine caravans filled with merchandise crossing between east and west on the way to and from Europe. Today, be wise and find out what your visa requirements are.
That over there is China, and this over here is Mongolia.
The two countries operate two systems, so you need to take note of the border's opening and closing hours. No regular transport operates taking tourists across, so I suggest you arrange a vehicle with your local tour guide. We drove the 100 kilometers from Tinghe to Keketourhai. This gem of spectacular rock formations is home to a group of Kazakh nomads. The Keketourhai Geological Park provides a great respite for road-weary travelers.
I've arrived in Keketourhai Geological Park, and I got my ticket. It's a 100 Huai ticket. Now they don't allow cars in there, so I'm going to jump in my eco-friendly ride. About 17 kilometers into the viewing platform up in the front, and it'll take us about 30 minutes. You know, it looks kind of empty right now, but the roads will be chock-a-block once it hits mid-May to mid-June. That's when all the nomads will come out. They bring all their animals because they'll move from the winter girths down to the summer girths, and that's when their animals will need to graze on the pastures. So it will be very crowded, and it'll be a really good time for a photo opportunity.
Keketourhai, meaning green jungle in Kazakh, lies in the southern Altai range. There are 108 granite peaks, but only one distinct formation, and in these parts it's regarded as holy.
Wow, this is a star attraction here at the Geological Park. It's called the Divine Bell because it looks like one. Look at it! So beautiful, granite surface. Looks like someone just plonked it down perfectly. Nature is just marvelous. Granite surface. Oh, it's just been weathered. Look at that birch tree on the top. Imagine just hanging on.
Keketourhai can be compared with Yosemite Park in the US, with its spectacular granite rock formations. Even dreamier, some of the cliff faces are situated along the gorge of the Irtysh River. Though winter makes this one of the coldest places in China, spring and autumn are fine seasons to visit. Extending for 4,000 kilometers, the Irtysh is one of the continent's longest rivers, rising from the glaciers on the southwestern slopes of the Altai Mountains. Its waters are crystal clear with an emerald sheen that soothes the soul.
So clean and so fresh is the Irtysh River, and it starts at Tobruk on the Altai Mountains, and it flows from east to west all the way to the Arctic Ocean, and it's the only one in China, only river that does that.
A favorite pastime here is to collect rocks from this river. Don't be surprised to find a rock collection proudly displayed in a home. This near paradise owes much of its allure to the mighty river, which, some people say, even has healing properties. Anywhere you look at it from this angle, this place is just spectacular. I mean, the view, the sun, the river, the everything, and it gets even better. These leaves will turn golden brown in autumn, and that's a very short window of time you get from September to October, but you can just imagine. These Kazakhs have lived inside Krakatoa-High's walls for centuries, and you can have the chance to crash with them. Their gears are banded together, so for an authentic experience, eat, drink, and be merry here, as it's relatively affordable. Like these Kazakh yurts are just dotted all around this area. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of something of a pre-modern time. But, you know, nomads still use this for their daily needs and purposes. And that's what we're exactly going to do. We're going to be staying in one of these accommodations for the night. Oh, can't get enough of it. All right, that's 11. That's 18. Great, found it. This is it, guys. This is our nifty little yurt. Let's have a look. Oh, it's so cute. Look at it. Lovely, lovely. It's not every day you get to stay in a yurt, so I'm really looking forward to it. This is where our whole crew is going to sleep. Look at all that pillow. We're going to all snuggle up. It's going to be very, very cozy, as long as nobody snores. But look at it. Our next stop, China's biggest beryllium ore base, Krakatoa-Hi, located in the town just half an hour from the park. Ladies, this mine contains valuable stones like aquamarine, and boys, there's tungsten to get you excited. This place was a secret 20 years ago and unmarked on maps. But today, tourists flock here to gawk at the shiny, sparkling marbles from the earth. This is Krakatoa-Hi town, and we finally got here. Now that's the local exhibition hall, I believe, and Mr. Jiao from Qinghe recommended us to get in touch with his friend called Mr. Yang, who's supposed to be waiting for us here. Now he's a local and he knows everything and anything about Krakatoa-Hi, and he's willing to show us around, which is really, really good. So I reckon that is him. Yeah, that might be him. He said he'll be waiting by the fountain, so let's go say hello. Let me see, is it? Yeah, I think so. Let's go say hi. Hi, 你是杨先生啊? Hi, 你好, 你好. This mine contains 80 types of minerals and precious stones. That's cold hard currency. In the 1960s, China paid off 1/3 of its debt to the Soviet Union with riches from here. Besides the gemstones, there's beryllium, which is used as an aerospace material for high-speed aircraft, missiles, space vehicles, and communication satellites. 好大哎，一层一层的，对啊，这究竟有多大呢？
这个3号矿脉呢，它长啊260米，宽240米，深将近200米。3号矿脉呢，也可以称为宝石之乡呀。它不但有海蓝宝石，同时还伴有红宝石、绿碧玺等等等等。
I remember Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The hues of the opal, the light of the diamond are not to be seen if the eye is too near," and I couldn't agree more.
在带你去咱们宝石非常集中的地方，宝石城。
耶！
富裕县城。
那我们要稍微1个小时才到，对吗？52公里是吧
？52公里。
Fuyun literally means rich in treasures. Even so, I never expected to see such a prosperous town, 500 kilometers away from the provincial capital. Dare I say, with Fuyun's fresh and green look, it might even be cleaner than Urumqi. Life is good here, as the town lies on the Irtish River and has a mountain behind it, all of which, according to Chinese belief, makes for great feng shui.
我今天请你们吃农家小菜。
吃什么呢？
农家小菜呀，咱们这个小院呢，是农家小院，这些菜呢都是自己想吃什么拔什么。是吗？
It's a fresh green organic garden. Brilliant. 他们家是做这个。
自己拔自己的。
God, it's unbelievable, but I have never done this in my life. What fresh vegetables from the ground? I always bought it from a supermarket. OK, 我有这个笋，你呢？豆浆。小周，你拔的什么？
没说让你拔。
难怪 this is going to be our dinner tonight. I feel like I'm going to a party. We're going to have lots of fresh green vegetables tonight. So organic. I don't think this is even
Here is a connection with my foods that I sorely missed. No pesticides or chemicals are used in this plot of garden greens. It's part of Xinjiang's au naturel approach. You can find everything from ethnic foods to Han-style stir-fry in Fuyun.
Oh my god. So crunchy. So good. It's unbelievable. Best thing of all, we picked it without bare hands. Bye. Good for you.
可可托海，咱们3号矿脉的很多的宝石呀，都到了这些地方，成为五彩斑斓的珠宝。
This is the best place to get your supply of precious stones. Instead of buying gold, the locals are more likely to invest in precious stones, gems, and rocks. Almost every family has a sort of connection, affection, and even a personal story associated with precious stones.
好，我试这个。看，哦，
怎么样？感觉不错。
Gorgeous， 做皮肤对，我看到闪闪亮亮的。这宝石就是这边的特产，对吗？
海蓝的颜色就是那种天蓝色那种淡淡的蓝。
那这一个要多少钱呢？
像这么大的这样颜色要12万左右。以前像我们小时候这些东西不值钱。
是吗？
小时候女孩那抓子儿，男孩嘛就是打弹弓、打麻雀，就是用这个东西。那时候多嘛？
是吗？
满山遍野你也能捡到，没事的时候在河上打水漂那个，飘几个的，都是用这个东西。
Aquamarine is the main product here. While I feel like a princess wearing it, in ancient times, aquamarine with its lucid ocean blue coloring was considered a lucky stone for sailors. With prices ranging from 20 to several hundred thousand RMB, there's something for everyone. The development of industry has made life more comfortable and created a generation of instant experts in precious stones and rocks. It's a curiously bourgeois state of affairs to find these precious gems are such an intricate part of everyday life.
All our bags are packed and we are ready to go. This is our last leg of the journey, so it's a little bittersweet. And we say goodbye to Fuyun and we say hello to Alatai in the north. All right, guys, let's hit the road. Here we go again.
The quickest and easiest way is to fly from Altai's airport back to Urumqi. Though my journey is about to end, I've only begun to comprehend the intricacies that make this region so unique, with its fascinating collage of dry semi-arid desert landscapes, nomadic grassland culture, and treasures from the earth. I feel like I've only explored the tip of the iceberg.
We finally reached Alatai, and it took us about 3 hours from Fuyun. And I really enjoyed the nomadic lifestyle in Sandao Haizi, and to see Mongolia just over the hill has been such a treat. I would recommend at least a week stay at Kekaduohai because there's so much precious minerals and stones, but it's also China's own answer to Yosemite Park. And at this point, we're driving in to see the rest of the crew because we're going to do a handover, and James and them will be continuing their way up north. There it is. That's them. Go and say hi. There they are. 你看到他们了吗? Hey! Hi! Oh my goodness! Oh, it's been good. It's been so hectic, but it's been wonderful.
Must be so amazing.
Yeah, you get ready for the trip. It's burning hot. It really is burning hot. But
I can't wait. I can't wait.
so the assignment's over to you now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to do the handover now. So James and your crew, you're going to be taking over. We're going to hand over the camera to the second group as well. Here you go. All right, guys, it's time to say goodbye. Bye.